welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey Flowers and I'm a student of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University and on a journey to become 100% debt-free. My current debt is over $183,000 and I currently work part-time as well as quarter-time in my company, bringing an income in of anywhere between $1,500 and $2,000. In this video, I'm going to show you how I meal prepped my July 2018 grocery haul. So if you are interested in that, please keep watching. So I know you guys have been waiting for this video and I do apologize for the delay in getting it to you, but it is finally here. I'm going to show you how I chop up, distribute, and prepare all of the fruits and vegetables that, maybe not all, majority of the fruits and vegetables that I got for my July 2018 grocery haul. I also wanted to make this video a little bit interesting by adding in some of the specific food Q&As that I get, and this may be something that I do every month when I show you guys the meal prep. I do have a caveat. I'm still learning my kitchen. I am still maneuvering around, and so I want to give you guys all of the detail that you are requesting, and I promise it is coming. But the priority for me is like being able to maneuver, right? And there are camera angles and there are things that get hot. I don't want to destroy any of my equipment or harm myself trying to film a video. And so you will get more food content because I am very excited to say that I have a countertop now in my kitchen, and it's like a high boy. It's great counter space and it's going to act as a tabletop, so it gives me way more space to be able to maneuver around and actually stay safe and keep my equipment safe while I'm filming for you guys. So more food videos will be coming soon. So let's start at the beginning of my grocery haul. If you have not seen my grocery haul for July 2018, I spend $50 a month, and I will link that grocery haul somewhere here. So you may want to watch that video first so you can see where all this food is coming from. So let's get into the video. But this is what the fridge looks like. The kale snacks are there. This here is spinach. It's just strawberries. If you notice, I did not clean all my strawberries because you're not supposed to. And then that's lettuce back there, etc., etc. So what I'm doing in this jar is I'm just taking this celery that has died. I'm washing it, and I am just chopping it up a little bit, and I'm putting it in here because I'm going to get that clean. And I wish I would have got to it just a little sooner. But what I'm going to do is when I get ready to make my vegetable broth, I'm going to use these veggie scraps in the vegetable broth. And so I'm just going to use this container for storage. And I probably could have chopped it up a little bit more than that. But again, it's just scraps. And so I'll literally... I'll literally put this in the freezer just like this. It's just like veggie scraps that'll go in there. That is in there for now. Right, so now I wanted to show you guys. So this, I have froze some kale in this plastic container, but I needed to storage my spinach. So I took 5 of my mason jars, put them in the freezer, and then just stuffed kale at the bottom. And these will be my little kale snacks. Because I know that my spinach stays fresh in this, and I want my spinach to stay fresh. So I'm gonna put about 3/4 of my spinach in here, and then I'm gonna make me a couple of strawberry spinach salads also. So then this will just go in here for storage. The next question that I am asked quite often is, how do you get your vegetables to last for a full month? And the answer is, I don't get my vegetables to last for a full month. I think that some vegetables naturally have a longer shelf life, like my sweet potatoes have a fairly long short shelf life. But I think most of this question is referring to the spinach and the lettuce, which usually last me about 3.5 weeks. I think it's just because I change the spinach water out every week. I don't know why I'm not doing anything in particular. I wash my spinach, change the water out every week. Something that I heard is that to make your fruits and vegetables last the longest is to store them in the same way that you buy them in the grocery store. Store them in the same, as close to that possible way that you buy them in the grocery store, because that is the maximum way to maintain freshness, right? Like grocery stores have like done their homework to figure out how to keep vegetables long and pretty so that people will continue to buy them. And so however you find them in the grocery store, that's how you want to store them. And so in the grocery store, like what, every 15 seconds, like water is sprayed on them, they're cold. So I keep my spinach in water because there's water always being sprayed on them, and I keep it cold because, you know, it's stored cold. I'm gonna cut these sweet peppers up and put those on top of my kale salad. My kale snack salads. These will be expiring soon. So some of these are pretty bad, so instead of chopping them up for my salad, I'm going to throw them in here for scraps. One of the first questions that I get asked all the time is, are you vegan? Are you vegetarian? And the answer to that question is no, I am not vegan. I am not vegetarian. I am on a budget, and I find that the heartiest way for me to be able to eat with the maximum amount of variety is to eat a plant-based diet primarily. But when people take me out to eat, if ever I have extra money, I always order meat because I do enjoy meat. So no, I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I'm gonna peel the carrot just to get the first layer of skin off. I know you can eat it. I don't like eating it. I'm gonna put it in my veggie broth for scraps. I just put the scraps in my veggie broth, and so then I just do that, and then oops, that fell on the floor. I didn't mean for that to happen. But I'll just add this. Do you really spend $50 a month for your groceries total? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other any other way to answer that. Yeah, yes, I do. Now, I'm not adding the dressing beforehand, and I'll likely just add a little salt and pepper and olive oil and lemon juice. And I say this is a snack because this is a very small amount of food. Okay, so we need to put this in our scrap jar. Will you get on food stamps? No. And I talk about my choice not to go on government assistance quite often. I will reiterate it here because I think it's important. I am not eligible for government assistance. I am making the choice to work part-time. I have a company that is profitable, and every single thing that would appear as if I am disabled or I'm limited in my funds or my food selection, those are all choices. Those are the outcomes of the choices that I have made. And so for that reason, I am not eligible. But even if I were eligible, I still wouldn't do it because I've been on assistance before, and I've made a commitment to never go on assistance again. Now I just want to make myself 2 big strawberry salads. So the next question is how do you eat off only $50 a month? And I think that the short answer is because I've just made the decision to do that. Like, I think we would be very surprised at how powerful our decisions can be if we let them be that powerful. So I've just decided to eat off $50 a month, and so that's the short answer of how I do it. I think the practical thing, which is really, I think, the heart of your question, is like, how do I do it? And the way that I do that is I eat beans, rice. Well, I don't really eat as much rice as of late because it was sort of like making me a little bit bloated, but I eat beans and oats every single day. Like, every single day I eat beans and oats. So probably in your diet where you have meat, I have beans. Probably in your diet where you have bagels and muffins, and I have oatmeal. So I prepare the oatmeal in interesting ways and prepare the beans in interesting ways to give myself some variety, but that is how I stay at a $50 price point. How do you make Buddha bowls? I did a video on how to make Buddha bowls and how to make them super delicious, so I will link that somewhere here in the video. Okay, so I have a snack jar left, so I just made a little strawberry spinach snack size. But I wanted to show you guys the difference between these two. These have about close to the same amount of ingredients, but you see how this mouth is wide and this is narrow. I'm going to pick up a 8 or 10 pack, whatever pack they come in, of the wide mouths, because those are better. When will we see your onion ring video and all your, are you going to do more food recipes? Yes, I have my tabletop now. I have more counter space, so more food videos are coming. So a lot of you guys have asked me if I can give you tips on losing weight. I can't really give you tips on losing weight. Because I'm not necessarily somebody who's really into like dieting and fitness, I can only tell you what works for me. What really worked for me was figuring out what foods work for my body, because you know, some people will say lower your carbs, some people will say increase your carbohydrates. There's all these different ways that you can lose weight. It's just like budgeting. There's all these different ways that you can budget, but you have to figure out what works for you. And I think the reason why most people don't lose weight as fast as they want and they don't keep it off is because you are not following a diet regimen that works for your body. And I think that you have to become self-aware. You have to put in the work to figure out what your body likes and what your body responds to. Like, my body loves kale. Like, if I'm having a bad day and I eat some kale, I feel like a freaking superhero, okay? Like, my body loves kale, but my best friend, like, she hates the taste of kale, but also kale does nothing for her body. So the same way most people feel when they drink a cup of coffee, like, that's how I feel when I eat kale. Like, that boost, that like, I'm a superhero, I can do anything, I'm super productive. Like, but my best friend, she doesn't have that response to kale. So I wouldn't encourage her to eat kale simply because kale is quote unquote a superfood, because it does nothing for her body. Does that make sense? So I would say the best diet regime, or the best way to lose weight or figure out how to lose weight, is to figure out what foods work for your body. So you guys have literally watched me meal prep so much food. I hope that this gives you a better glimpse into how I'm able to make the food that I purchased with my $50 budget last. More details, more information is going to be coming, so stay tuned. I deeply appreciate you all for supporting my work, and I look forward to talking to you very soon.